I love talking about entertainment, TV shows, movies, all those things. And this is a special episode because it's also gonna be a wave class. I'm actually using this episode as a class that is kind of a listening challenge and also a way to review two topics from the course. But it's gonna be great as an episode, especially because we love the episodes that I talk about entertainment. So let's start, ok? Seja você um aluno da Wave usando essa aula de prática ou alguém que não é da Wave, mas que está consumindo e assistindo o podcast, vocês sabem que a gente usa esse podcast para treinar sua compreensão. Então já compartilha com aquele amigo que você sabe que também entende um pouco de inglês, que quer melhorar a compreensão do inglês, porque nada melhor do que um podcast feito por uma teacher para quem está aprendendo inglês, né? Então, se você quiser legendas, vai para o YouTube. Se você quiser a transcrição em inglês, tem no Spotify também. E é isso. Bem-vindos ao nosso episódio. Today I want to talk about different genres and my opinions on them. When I talk about genres, I'm talking about types of like entertainment. For example, comedy is a genre. Romance is a genre. Thriller, crime, musicals, science fiction. These are genres, okay? Movie genres, book genres, and on. And today I'm gonna talk about nine genres, movie genres or TV show genres, whatever. My opinions on them and some examples of movies or books or TV shows that I like or that I don't that are part of this genre. Okay, let me start with science fiction. I gotta be honest, I didn't really like science fiction, but now I'm kind of obsessed with it. I don't know if my nerdy personality is just coming out more and more as the years go by. But I used to, not care about science fiction. I didn't really like it. And it's funny because my boyfriend always loved it. And I always told him, like, oh, I can't. It's so boring. I used to think that it wasn't well done. It was so unrealistic, you know? It almost seemed like fantasy, like something magical. And I didn't like that. But now I'm obsessed with it. I don't know. Let me give you three examples of science fiction movies and shows that I love that are just so, so good. Four examples, actually. The first one is The Three Body Problem. I've talked about this show here on this podcast. It's on Netflix and it's based on a book. And I can't even explain, but it's so, so good. O Problema dos Três Corpos. People say that the book is super complicated, but the show, I didn't think it was complicated at all. It was so nice. Every episode, something crazy happened. It's kind of an action thriller. I don't know. It's a very fast-paced science fiction. So, so good. A TV show. And the new season is coming, so I'm excited. The other one that I love, I'm a huge fan, is Dune. You know, Duna. I love the books. I love the movies. The books are so nerdy. Like you have to be the nerd of the nerds to enjoy that book. My sister was telling me that she loved the movies and then she went to read the books and it's just it's so chunky and long and I love it. Let me show you my edition. It's so beautiful. I love this book so much. Look, if you're not watching the episode, come here, watch it. Look at this cover. Isn't it just like the most beautiful book you've ever seen in your life? I love this book. The other one that I love is Silo, another example of science fiction that I really love. It's also like a an action TV show with kind of a thriller too. It's on Apple TV, one of the best shows on Apple TV, Silo. Okay. It's a dystopian TV show. And I used to hate dystopian stuff, but now I actually like them. The other one that I love, it's Annihilation. Yeah? Yeah. Aniquilação. I've read the book. I haven't watched the movie yet, but the book is really, really good. But it's a different type of science fiction because it's very reflexive and I can't explain, but it's really good. And the last example that I have, that it's universal. Everybody will like this show. Dark Matter, Matéria Escura on Apple TV. The book is better, okay? But the TV show is so good too. It's for everybody. Like if you're not sure if you don't like science fiction, watch Dark Matter. It's so good, so interesting. You just get it catches your attention so much. I was crazy about it. And the book, I finished it so fast. So good. The next genre I want to talk about is crime. I was the biggest fan of crime TV shows. But now I'm not that interested anymore unless it has something very specific in the plot. Like it needs to be very unique because in the past I loved these shows, but today I don't like CSI, Law and Order, those police TV shows, I'm not a fan now anymore. But there is one that is so unique, and that's why I love it. But it's really old, nobody watches it anymore. It's called Castle. Castle. It's on one of those streamings. It's a very old TV show. I love it. This is the type of like crime TV show that I like because it's funny and it's an author that works together with a detective and their dynamic is so fun. I love it. Castle used to be one of my favorite TV shows ever. So today, for me to enjoy uh, a crime TV show, it has to be very unique, It has to have something different. Now, let's talk about comedy. I have a very unpopular opinion about comedy because I can only enjoy some specific types of comedy, you know? And I hate the type of comedy that I call comédia pastelão. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those really exaggerated comedy shows and comedy movies. I do not like them. I hate these types of movies. Eddie Murphy movies. I hate them. Those really exaggerated movies. I'm not a fan. I do not like it. The type of comedy that I like is the comedy that is not so obvious. I love uh inside jokes, I love sarcastic humor. I love second embarrassment. No, second-hand embarrassment. Remember I've talked about second-hand embarrassment. If you watch this podcast, you know what I'm talking about because I talked about this on the Office episode. And one of the reasons that I love The Office, it's because there is a lot of second-hand embarrassment. I love this type of humor. Secondhand embarrassment, it's like vergonha alheia. That's the type of humor I like. I do not like the obvious and exaggerated humor. I hate those. So The Office is a perfect example of my type of humor. I love it so much. Now, thrillers. I am a huge fan of thrillers because they do for me everything that horror can't do. It's probably my favorite genre because, I mean, horror wants to be scary, but it's not really scary. And in my opinion, thrillers are more like they are scarier than horror movies because it's more realistic. They are more realistic. You really get that anxious feeling because you are so afraid of what's going to happen. And so, they get your attention so much. Thrillers are my favorite genre. I love it so much. And I love different types of thrillers. Let me give you some examples. The classic, Gone Girl, for example, Garota Exemplar. Classic thriller, psychological thrillers are probably my favorite. It's so good because it messes with your head. And I am always so interested in psychological thrillers. I love it. Gone Girl is one of the best ones ever made in the history of cinema. The another one that I like, it's super old and I don't know if you know which movie I'm talking about because it used to be so famous back then. And it's A Órfã. I don't know the name in English. A Órfã. It used to be my favorite thriller. I was so shocked at the plot twist. And I used to think that that movie was so scary. I had chills watching that movie, and I still have chills when I remember some scenes from that movie. One of the best thrillers ever, ever. I haven't watched it in a long time, but if I watch it today, I think I will still like it. Okay, another one that I like, Silence of the Lambs, the all those that's that series of movies and books, Silence of the Lambs, really good. Parasite really, it was really well, I lost the word, but it was like really awarded movie, right? It got so many awards. Parasite is so, so good. It's a very good thriller. Amazing. Midsummer is another example of psychological thriller that I really liked. Midsummer. It has a little bit of horror, but I feel like the thriller part of it makes it so, so good. I really like that movie. I know it's not for everybody, but I love it. Midsummer. You know what I'm talking about? Let me know in the comments if you share my opinions of these movies and TV shows, because I'm genuinely curious of your opinion on that. Documentaries. If you watch, if you watch me on Instagram, you know that I am a little obsessed with documentaries. I hated documentaries before. In the past, I used to say that documentaries are the worst genre ever. I will never watch a documentary. But after I found out how incredible they are, I have a weird obsession with them. And let me list you some of my favorites. It's so good because they are based on real events. Do you know like how surprising it is to watch some documents, some crazy documentaries, and know that they are based in real life? Crazy. One of my favorites, Amy Bradley is Missing. Go to Netflix and look up. Amy Bradley is Missing. One of the worst mysteries ever. It's not a mystery because you can so clearly see what happened, but there's nothing you can do. And that girl is still missing. Like 30 years later, she's still missing, and people know that she's alive. Chills. Literal chills. Okay, another one. The Jinx. It's on HBO Max. The Jinx is so good. It's about a guy that killed a lot of people. A lot of people around him like died during his whole life, and he was investigated after he became like an old man. And he is so evil. It's so weird to see his thought process. And that documentary is good because during the documentary, I mean, during the filming of the documentary, because he participated, he confessed his crimes. Chills, literal chills. You can see how I am obsessed with documentaries. Oh my God. Watch The Jinx. There are two parts. Watch the first part. Be careful because there is a big, 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 shocking plot twist. Let's say it's a plot twist. And oh, okay, another one that I really liked that it was really popular was the Menendez brothers because then they released a TV show based on the Menendez brothers, but the real documentary is really, really good. Terrifying story, terrifying story. And I also like the fun, light, like real life documentaries. Competition documentaries are so good. I love two examples that I love. Pop Star Academy, the documentary that shows how the band Cat's Eye was formed, and the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, America's Sweethearts. It's on Netflix. It's about the cheerleaders of the team, the Dallas Cowboys. It's an American football team. It's so good because it shows the competition and forming the class every year of the cheerleaders. It's really, really nice. Okay, let's move on to the next one because I will spend the whole episode only talking about documentaries. Action. I can't decide if I like action or not. I remember during the pandemic, I was crazy about Die Hard, Duro de Matar. So good. Oh my God. And Lethal Weapon, Máquina Mortífera. I love it. I loved them. But now I don't spend a lot of time consuming action stuff, so I'm not sure if I still like it, but I really like these two examples. Classics. Classics, of course. Horror. Look, I can watch horror movies and they can be interesting, but a lot of the times I don't think they're scary because they just look silly, unrealistic. So a lot of the times I am not scared of horror movies. That's why thrillers are way more realistic and scary for me. One example of a horror movie that, in my opinion, it's terrifying is Hereditary, like Hereditário. Terrifying. I never want to watch that movie again. It ruined me. Musicals. I hate musicals. Sorry. I'm sorry if you're a fan of musicals, but I hate them. I think I only love like the classics, High School Musical, for example, and that's it. Actually, The Greatest Showman is an example that I can remember that it's beautiful, and the way music is inserted in The Greatest Showman makes sense. So it's nice for me. But in general, I avoid, like evito, evitar, I avoid watching musicals because I get a lot of secondhand embarrassment, which is vergonha alheia, as I talked about. I get a lot of secondhand embarrassment from musicals, so I avoid watching them. And the last one, I want to talk about romance. Romance, look, I'm not sure if I am a big fan of romance, the genre. Let me explain. Let me explain. I really like love stories. I get really emotional. I love watching and reading love stories. But I love when a love story is inside another genre, other types of genre, So, for example, it's a thriller and there's a love story in it. It's, I don't know, a science fiction and there is romance in it, or it's a drama and there is romance. But when something is only focused on romance, I tend to get bored with it, and unless it's really, really funny or relatable. Relatable, do you know this word? Relatable. Relatable é algo que você consegue se identificar. Tipo, eu me identifico muito com tal coisa, porque tal coisa é relatable. So I only like romance when it's really funny, really sad, or relatable. And honestly, I am a huge fan of sad and depressing love stories. So I don't know. I love depressing love stories. Does that count as romance? Maybe. Yes. Yes, they do. So let me give you some examples. My three favorites that I can think like quick. Normal People is a book and a TV show that I love, but it's a love story that is not conventional. It's not for everybody. Not everybody likes it. A lot of people think it's boring, that the ending is terrible, but I love it. It's my favorite type. One Day, Un Dia, the movie, the book, I love it. It's been my favorite for years, and it still is. It's sad, it's complicated, it's melancholic. I love it so much. And one example of a funny, light romance that I actually love is the newest TV show. No, it's not newest. It was a show released on Netflix in 2025 that's called Nobody Likes This. Nobody Likes This? Ninguém quer isso. I don't know, something like that. The casting is amazing. It's it's completely focused on romance, and the story is so cute, so funny. I love the sense of humor. It's so smart. I love it. It's a modern romance story that I really think I wouldn't like it like this, but I love it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's called Nobody Wants This. Nobody Wants This. Ninguém quer isso. I think I know the English name. The Portuguese name is probably Ninguém quer isso. I don't know. So good. If you love romance, you have to watch this show. And the new season, it's coming. I'm so excited. So I hope you got some good recommendations on this episode. These are my opinions on genres in general, and let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Is there anything that I mentioned in this episode that you also like or that you also hate? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.